Problem was the record got licensed too many times. They licensed the record for FUBU, Barbershop, and the Now compilation.
Oh yeah.
That killed the album.
So before it dropped?
No, when it dropped. But you can't spread your main record around like that and think somebody's gonna buy your album. Somebody's gonna buy the Now compilation before they buy your album. The Now compilation got all the biggest records of the year on that.
It's cheaper.
Not even, it don't matter if it's cheaper. They can either get your album or get this album that got 5 other records they love on it.
Right.
That's a no-brainer.
From 5 other artists.
5 other artists. So that killed the sale of the album. So ironically, as big as that record is, it never did numbers. Because it was for him, because it was they just spread it too thin.
Oversaturated.
It was oversaturated, absolutely. Perfect word to say. So
I noticed that Lights Camera Action joint was, for me, I think it was the first time I heard your name on the record. Because prior to that, I never heard nobody say your name besides being a secret.
No, it never did say my name.
No, on whatchamacallit, the remix. It said Bink
shout out to Missy, my baby. Yeah. That's my girl, man, from the crib. She did her verse first before everybody.
Right.
And when you hear that remix, that's Tweet.
Yeah. Right.
That's Tweet singing that. Shout out to Tweet. And I called her and like, listen, Missy, I got this remix I want to put you on. Like, yo, send me the files. She's not that shit right out. And then Puff volunteered to be on the record. He wanted to be on the record. And I put PD Pablo on the record as well. A lot of people didn't hear that version. Yeah. But PD Pablo was on the record too. And they just gave the record a second life. But for some reason, Universal didn't want to shoot a video for it.
I'll never understand that.
What's the budget? Pretty much broken at that point?
Nah, bro, listen, if you got an artist you're trying to break, like you're trying to reinvent, this is the first time Cheeks ever had that kind of look. You got Missy Elliott and Puff Daddy on the Cheeks record.
Yeah.
You supposed to pull that money from the sky. I don't give a what you gotta do. Because the remix, it gave the record another life.
I don't know if Puff was charging when he was charging Mike Geronimo. I don't think it was going down. I don't think it was going down.
The funny thing was they told me Puff said he want to do it for free. I'm like, freebie's freebie. So I said, let Puff do his thing. Puff goddamn led me to the cross later, sent me an invoice for 35 grand.
Wow.
Hit me with the ooh-wee.
What's up?
And I used to hate the woo-hoo. I hated that. People actually love this shit. I can't even front. I had to give it up. But that was,
Wow. Wait, but how did he do that? Like, okay, the record, how did you run into Puff?
It wasn't that ran into Puff. It was at Charles Soup at the time. Charles Soup was fucking with Puff real heavy at that time. And he's the one that told me, which was Cheeks' manager, Charles Soup Cheeks' manager. He the one who told me that Puff wanted to do it for free. And then Puff sent me an invoice for like 3 different studios that he had recorded. And at the same time, he was doing I Need a Girl. Ain't that a bitch? So he sent me all his tabs for when he was doing I Need a Girl.
He was doing a ball for Lights Camera Action.
But that's old school executive shit.
Yeah.
They pass the buck to the artists.
That's foul. That's why the music business has such a bad reputation now.
Hey man,
little stuff like that.
That's why you can't get $1 out of the label now, because people ran it up.
Yeah, true.
They ran it up, so now they real micromanaging bean counting, as Quincy Jones said.
As they have to, because you break the bank otherwise.
That part.
Speaking about the crib, I can consider VA my crib too. I'm like everybody know that on camera know how deep my ties is in VA. So speaking about the crib, this is something that will be slightly controversial, but it's real. What's the shadow over the crib? Because I was in the crib for 10 years hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the whole Hampton Roads,
Okay.
Just being honest, and we'll talk later, and I'll remind you how you know me. But the whole Hampton Roads, and the whole Hampton Roads is so talented. There's so much talent in the Hampton Roads that it's unbelievable, and they never make it through. I've watched those guys, you know, spend so much time in the studio, making so much music that we here don't know anything about them. Then they never come out, die on the street. What's the shadow?
At the end of the day, people gotta realize Virginia is the first slave state. So it's a dark cloud that flies over us. It's a real bad energy. Same thing Philly suffers from too. There's a lot of hate amongst each other. Like people don't want to share the light. So it's funny. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but that's the real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really thought about how much talent came out of Virginia, not just in music, sports, but you've never seen all of us on camera at the same time. The power in that alone is unreal. Like, if you get Sleepy Whitaker was my inspiration.
My people.
Purnell.
Yeah.
Purnell Whitaker was
His
when I
brother.
seen
Yeah.
Purnell from Youngs Park. I'm from Shoot Park, which is 5 minutes up the
I
street.
used to be in Young Spark all the time.
That part. So it's like to see him do what he did, it let me know I can do the same shit.
One of the best defensive fighters of all time.
Shell defense all day.
Couldn't be touched.
Magic
Right.
City.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just never have showed the real power of Virginia in one picture. We've never come together in that way because it's a different type of inspiration to see that. If you saw all these people that was from your town, and the crazy shit is it didn't start with us. Like before us, like Marvin Gaye's MD is from Portsmouth. Ella Fitzgerald's from Virginia.
That I know.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no coincidence why we're doing what we're doing.
Had y'all have gotten where Big is at, with like if y'all would have united, y'all would be, my personal opinion, y'all would be what Atlanta is today if y'all had stood next to it and gotten that.
But why didn't it happen?
Serious.
Like I say, bro, it's a dark cloud that flies over us. Like I say, Philly has the same issue. It's a lot of just hatred amongst each other. People don't want to share the light.
On the street, they told me back then, and it's just, I don't know, but this is what I was out there. I know what the street said. They blamed Missy Elliott and Timberland. They said that they used to always tell me they didn't open the doors for them. No one knew they was from Virginia, and they didn't open up the light when they got the light that needed to be open for the artists that was, in the cities to come through.
That's tough.
They also blamed Calypso a little bit too. A lot of guys didn't like Calypso.
I mean, at the end of the day, what you first got to realize is that nobody owes you shit. Even though you're from the same town, nobody owes you. It would be great had they done that. Nobody owes you nothing, right? So in that same respect, it's like maybe all of us could have done more as far as reaching back and trying to put the talent on. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't done. But at the same time, we've always been producer strong, but not that strong on the artist side of things. Most artists in Virginia would sound like other people, and from what I knew, we have a real problem with identifying with what makes you special from Virginia. You don't have to sound like Wu-Tang. You don't have to sound like Mobb Deep.
But skills sounds like skills.
That's different. Skills from Richmond.
Yeah, totally different.
But Skills was first.
Yeah.
Before Skills was a group called Yag Fu Front.
Yag Front, I remember them.
Yeah, they was from, I think they was from
Say that again?
Yag Fu Front. Yag Fu. It was Yag Fu Front. It was the name of their group.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of another group.
No,
Yagu. YAGU Front.
You might
I'm taking the tomato sauce.
But yeah, man, it's just unfortunate, bro. It would have been a bigger movie had we come together in that. It's like the Atlanta recipe.
Timberland,
Yeah.
you, Pharrell, Chad,
Knots.
Knots, who is a beast, a beast.
Machine.
They talk about him in those producer group chats that I get wind of. They talk about it when he's coming down from the mountain with some shit. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, Knots gave me some shit too.
Yo, shout out to him and Bad Seed. They got that album out right now.
Me and Knots grew up 5 minutes apart. Knots is from Northville, from Shoe Park.
What? Are you guys just competitive?
I mean, everybody's competitive to a certain degree.
Right, but are you like shunning each other? Like, what are you doing? You see each other out and you're like, huh, this motherfucker. Like, what's going on?
It's a lot of that.
Not with me and not per se, but I just think as a whole, I just think that whole mentality of the slave shit, and it's like Virginia is, the history of Virginia is thick. It's a real curse, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And like I say, Philly, I'll never forget when I had a meeting with Undias one time. Just right around town with Eve and Beans and major figures that just got on. And I said to him, I said, yo, I said, Philly making a run. He said, let's just see if they don't kill each other first. And I was like, what you mean by that? He's like, yo, it's just how Philly niggas are. And when you think about it, it was a whole bunch of beefing with Philly artists.
Yeah.
Amongst Philly artists.
Amongst the same thing in Virginia.
It's hot trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.